Hi, this is Luke for Production Expert. Pristine pianos are great, but what about when you need to add some character? I'm using some stock plugins to distress my piano in my DAW. So my lo-fi piano sounds like this. So I'm using 3 stock plugins to recreate a vintage signal path, which you can do the same way in just about any DAW. So before I treated my piano, it sounded like this. First thing I did was I monoed it, so it was a stereo track. So I've panned both channels to where I want them to be or thereabouts. Then next up is some distortion. So it's thickened it up a little bit, so I can just pull that back. But the trick with this is not to overdo it. Although bear in mind that sometimes what sounds good in isolation won't sound quite so good in the mix. So I'm happy there. The next up is the EQ, and the idea with this is to recreate a limited bandwidth of a vintage signal path. There we go, so I've thrown away all the bottom end and all the top as well. So fairly extreme, but we're going for a character sound here. And then finally I have this modulator delay, and what that's doing is it's emulating wow and flutter, which is a tape instability which affects the pitch. So I can play around with the depth, but that's starting to sound a little bit too much there. So that's a little bit more like it. And in context, sounding pretty good. To find out more on lo-fi piano sounds, head over to the Production Expert blog where you can read our full article.